Hi, it's America's favorite day. Let's do this shit. Uh, so this is actually the first time I've ever voted. Um, I'm kind of looking at half this stuff like, what the hell does it mean? Uh, Ooh, I got this. Put the sticker on your car. I'm not putting that sticker on my car. This is going out in the trash with the envelope. Yeah. I'm not proud of doing this. I'm not happy about this. Putting an I voted sticker on my car is like putting an I did the laundry sticker on my car. This is just my duty, guys. I, I'm not proud of this. Okay, so these are just instructions, I guess, on how to do the ballot, which is good because I don't know how to do this. I guess I just fill this out and I drop it in a mail thing, a mailbox. That's what the mail things are called. Um, or can I go in person? I don't know. I'd probably rather mail it because I don't like going out. I don't like people. So, uh, okay, this is the early voting. When did the ballots close today? This isn't live, so I. Um, yeah, because all these dates just say November 1st. I don't see anything for November 5th or what time the ballots close. Because I got a couple errands to do today, so if I could do this later, that would work better. If, yeah, I could do it at like 8 p.m. or before 8 p.m., that would work out for me. Um, Voting or attempting to vote more than once in the same election is a felony. Damn, I thought because I had a mail in ballot I could do that. I really thought I could. um, Alright. I try to be politically involved, but like, it. Politics is boring and depressing and confusing to a neurodivergent fool like myself. So I'm trying to just figure out. Oh, okay, okay. Some of them do say November 5th. I think so. I do on this one at least. There's a tent right by my house. I don't know if that's just an early voting one. Okay, yeah. Here we go. This is the one by my house. I tend to overthink things too. So I'm just like, okay, are those other ones not? Or are these just the drop-in things for the mail ballots? No, I don't feel like reading all this. I just wanna. I need my mommy to help me. My mommy knows how to vote. She can show me what to do. Um, it seems like 7 p.m. is the latest you can drop this in. I don't know. I do not know. Did you place your ballot in this envelope? That's a. You know, I could make fun of that for being on here, but I feel like I'd be the person who would do that. Um, okay. Let me see. What are the things to vote for? I don't know any of these people. I don't know a thing about any of these people except for the presidents. And that's only two of the presidents. It says none of these candidates. Aren't you able to write it in? Where do you write in cuz like some people voted for Jill Stein. How do you write that in? um All right, let's go through these questions since the billboards did not tell me what the hell these questions actually mean. Shall the Nevada Constitution be amended to remove certain provisions governing the Board of Regents of the Nevada System of Higher Education and its administration of the state university and certain federal... This is a run-on sentence. This is all one sentence. That's all one sentence. Talking about higher education. I should have had a teacher look over this. Certain federal land grant funds and to provide legislative oversight of public institutions of higher education through regular independent audits without repealing the current statutory election process revisions relating to the Board of Regents. I'm going to go back to that question, not because I don't understand what the hell it said. I'm just going to go back to it later. Revise the description of the persons who benefit its people, of the people who benefit from institutions that the state is required to foster and support. Replace the term institutions with entities and add entities for the benefit of persons with intellectual or developmental disabilities to the types of entities that the state is required to foster and support. I hope this isn't illegal filming this. Because I know like you're not supposed to show the ballots. I don't think it's illegal to but if you're voting in person, I don't think it's illegal to come out of the curtain and just be like, "Look, guys." I don't think that's yeah. What is number 3? Number 3 was the one they didn't want us to be like California. What is number 3? Shall the Nevada Constitution be amended to allow all Nevada voters the right to participate in open primary elections to choose candidates for the general election, in which all voters may then rank the remaining candidates? My preferences. Actually, I know of this. A friend of mine was telling me about this. I'm gonna vote yes on this. This actually sounds like a good idea. I'm voting yes. Damn, you know my secret. You know my choices. Shall the ordinance of the Nevada... What is this one called? Amendment? The ordinance... Shall the ordinance of the Nevada Constitution and the Nevada Constitution... Shall the ordinance of the Nevada Constitution and the Nevada Constitution be amended to remove language authorizing the use of slavery and involuntary servitude as criminal punishment? Oh, okay. I am against I am against the slavery and servitude in prisons. Am I the only person that thinks these are worded weird? Like these are not written well, or am I just not? Have I just not had my brain food yet? I don't. I have not had breakfast yet, so. Shall the ordinance be amended to remove language What does it mean remove language? Like I'm for removing, you know, the use of slavery and involuntary servitude as criminal punishment. What does it mean to remove language though? That remove the language authorizing. Remove the remove. Is that removing it? Just not letting people say that. That is that. I guess that's the same thing. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, some of these candidates are the only one there. I think I'm just not gonna vote for them. I think that'd be funny. Except for this guy, Gordon Gregory. He has my name, and I'm 4 years old, so I'm just gonna vote for that guy because Senate Bill 428 of the 82nd session. You know that saying that like a comedian is so funny that they can make the phone book funny? I hope that's what I'm. I hope that's partially what I'm doing here. I hope I'm making this kind of entertaining. I don't know why I'm filming this. I guess I just sort of the irony of it. The irony of like, oh, this is a boring thing, but I'm gonna film it anyway. So, you know, I think that's funny. I also think the the light coming from my window is not providing very good light. Let's do that. All right. Shall the sales and use sorry shall the Sales and Use Tax Act of 1955 be amended to provide an exemption from the taxes imposed by this act on the gross receipts from the sale and storage use of other consumption of diapers? Hang on. I want to understand. I want to understand this. Okay, so it's about sales tax, and the fact that it has diapers in here makes me think of like, necessities, like how, people obviously have to buy diapers if they have babies. Uh, you know, so I'm guessing this has something to do with goods that people have to buy, have to purchase, which is more than diapers. I mean, that's a lot of things. I mean, personally, that's everything I buy. Well, most things I buy, I guess. That's people buy food, and clothes, and you know toiletries. I think I'm gonna vote yes on that. I mean, it sounds a little. I don't think this is going to like this is something I would have to look more into. It just says use or other consumption of diapers. Wait, other consumption of diapers. Are they eating the diapers? Is that what we're doing here? Should the Nevada Constitution be amended to create an individual's fundamental right to an abortion without interference by state or local governments? Yes, they should have the right to an abortion. Whenever the abortion is performed by a qualified healthcare professional until fetal viability or when necessary to protect the health or life of the individual. Yes. Again, this is written weird. So I think yes, I'm for women's bodily rights. I think yes is what I should put. Uh, hopefully that doesn't make things worse, but hopefully that is what it's saying and that's right. Should the Nevada Constitution be amended to require voters to either present photo identification to verify their identity when voting in person, or to provide certain personal information to verify their identity when voting by mail ballot? No, because people already have to. When you register to vote, you're already putting in your name and stuff like that. This is just a way to keep undesirables from voting. That's pretty much what it is. I think so. I do kind of need to do a little more information on this, but on this one, on all of these, in case you can't tell. That's the other thing about voting is like so many people who vote don't really even know what they're voting for. Like they know, like all they know are the presidents, and then they open this ballot and they're like, who the hell are all these people? And what are all these questions? And that's my thing is like I feel like if you're inexperienced, if you're not educated on what these are, maybe you shouldn't be voting. Out of I respectfully, you maybe shouldn't be voting if you don't know what you're voting for. Does that not make sense? Uh, what are these other ones? So what is number one? It's something about education. Shall the Constitution be amended to remove certain provisions? Its administration of the state university and certain federal land grant funds. Legislative oversight. Public institutions. Like, I'm not sure what that's saying. Question number one. Is this about student debt? Is it about, you know, granting universities money to educate? So maybe tuition isn't astronomically high. Joint resolution. Revise the description of the persons who benefit. Revise the descriptions of the persons who benefit from institutions that the state is required to foster. With entities, add entities for the benefit of persons with intellectual or developmental disabilities. That is required. Okay. I understand that part. Because I am one of them. That's a bad joke. I'm not. Revise the description. I don't understand. But what? See, that's the other thing too. Is these are very vague. It's obviously talking about people with like physical or mental disabilities. But saying amend, is this going to make it harder or easier for people with disabilities? I mean, it's already pretty hard for them, and people want to make healthcare worse for some reason. Uh, I don't know, but that like I could leave these blank out of fear of choosing the right one, but again, I'm choosing the wrong one. I mean, but again, like that's the whole reason I am voting is because I don't. Shall it be amended to allow Nevada voters the right to participate? All voters may. Oh yeah, I did go through that one. So, all right. I thought there would be more questions somehow, but it's a representative democracy, what we live in. So we gotta choose from these assholes to make the decisions for us. So yeah, you know that there's that famous Simpsons clip where Kent Brockman. They show a clip of government, and Kent Brockman goes, "I've said it once, I'll say it again. Democracy simply does not work." And yeah, I guess people don't get the joke, because the joke is not that democracy doesn't work. The joke is that, you know, whenever our government does something stupid, people blame democracy, and they're like, "Oh, democracy didn't work." It's like, that's not democracy though. Well, that's the ballot. And after I'm done, I gotta put it in my secrecy sleeve. Shh. Insert your voted ballot inside the secrecy sleeve. Questions? Oh, I have several questions. That's great. Hey, who do I vote for? Where do I go to the vote? Okay, so we got. How is all this? Drop off locations. Subject to change. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. What about these other locations? Are these other locations not open on election day? You know, it really sucks. I was gonna let my dog vote. I thought that would have been cool. I thought me and my dog could have shared our ballot together, and we both could have voted. That would have been fun. I think dogs should have a say. Where's that on here? Can we offer our own? Can we do our own question? I want to write. I want dogs to vote. Just. I like that Borat clip where he's like, "In America, in US of A, women can vote, but not horse." Yeah. Also, fuck Sacha Baron Cohen. He's a piece of shit. Uh, love his stuff. Too bad he's a Zionist. No, no. It's gonna be dark in here. I mean, I guess I could edit this. I feel weird editing these ones because, like, this is just me talking. This isn't like. Why can you not? Okay, fine. All right. Maybe I'll drive by the spot and see if they're open. If not, then I'll just go to the main one, the city hall. Where did that one go? Why is there so much of these? I guess I got time to look up this, but do I? This is the other thing too. Like, you know, that's why I get sick of politics. I have a life of my own, you know. It feels like nothing ever changes. Am I the only one that feels like that? Like, they put all this pressure on voting, and it just feels like nothing really ever changes. And I don't know whose fault that is. Maybe the people should get more active. Maybe the politicians need to actually do their job. Maybe it's both. I don't know. There's a saying that like some socialists say, and they're like, if voting really mattered, they wouldn't let us do it. And I partially agree with that because I don't want to subscribe to the idea that voting is completely pointless. But they're so adamant about voting because they want us to have. It's like what George Carlin was saying. It's that illusion of choice. You know. Because like we don't really have a say in in the decisions that the government makes. We elect people who make the decisions, and then they backstab us. And if the people really want something done, we have to grab our picket signs and march in the streets to actually make any real change. And politicians take all the credit when that's all one. See, I hate the way I'm sounding right now. It's just, and I go back and forth because I know this shit is important, but um, I feel like we've just been conditioned to like hate anything that's political. And I get it. Like I said earlier, it's depressing and confusing, um, and boring. But I don't know. It's what the hell was I even saying? If anything this video does, even if you're not entertained by this, maybe this will show people just how many complete idiots are voting just because they're pressured to. Just how many people are walking into these ballots and just yeah, just making idiot decisions. How many people do you think put like the wrong thing? Like how many people do you think like not understand this? How many how many senile elderly people are going in to vote? They want to check IDs. Like, I feel like that's something. I hope this isn't like controversial to say, but like, I should we check like the mental state of people who are voting? Is there something already like that in line? If there is, then I'll shut up. But yeah, I don't know. It's just. But whatever. But you know what? If voting doesn't matter, it can't hurt to just vote because it might matter. So I might as well just do it. I mean, the only reason I don't want to vote is because I just don't. I simply just don't feel like it. I'm a busy guy. I have a lot of. I'm always I just care about art, you guys. I just care about cinema and ideas. But one of the reasons I care about art is because art can make some very profound statements. Art can enact change. I mean, I do care about these issues. I do care about these issues. I do care about change, and I want that to happen in the country. So, I mean, I try to get involved, but my social anxiety kind of prevents me from going to protests. Um, or just dealing with people in general. So it's hard for me. I mean, it's not hard for me. I just I come off as sounding privileged that way. I'm just rambling and sounding very pathetic right now. I just sounded pathetic because I just said I sounded rambling and pathetic. This is the process of anxiety. It's just constantly doubting yourself. This isn't even about the ballot anymore. I'm just talking about myself now. But yeah, I feel like that's why I try to read up on this stuff. Which I definitely prove that because I have no clue what this is about. But I try to look up like historical things. I'm more into like the history. I'm more into like the history of events and what has happened. And yeah, I feel like that's my New Year's resolution is maybe reading up on more political things, maybe reading up on more like current issues as well. Because I feel like if I can spread awareness of those issues, then maybe that can inspire people. And I know that's a very armchair, lazy way of saying it. It's just like I said before, it's difficult with my anxiety. I feel like if I can at least spread awareness and help other people understand or see the way or understand the truth, then that can be something. Because in all honesty, like the only way anything is really going to happen is the the power needs to go to the people. Democrats are not going to get shit done. They're not. They're really not that much different from Republicans. And I know some people are probably going to laugh at that. People have, but like, they have the same uh, domestic foreign policy. Uh, do you guys remember when after Bush's last term and Obama got elected, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's gonna change the world," and he just continued the war on terror, and people were like, "Wait, what?" Yeah, it's because he's a Democrat. It's because Democrats are not really the left. I don't know if I have anything else to say. I don't know. Maybe I can try to inspire you because I'm so inspirational with just how knowledgeable I am about. Because obviously I can read. Um, I don't know. Vote, but don't end there. Keep being involved. You know, keep looking up this stuff. Look into it very deeply. Okay, look up. I mean, listen to what the other side has to say too. You know, but just do your research. Try not to be clouded. I feel like when people get involved in these issues too much, their ego comes into play, and they just don't want to be wrong. Don't worry about you being wrong. Worry about worry about what's right in the grand scheme of things. People are still in denial about a genocide happening in Gaza. People still think 40,000 people, I believe that's the number. I wouldn't be surprised if it's more. People think that 40,000 people killed is not a big issue. They have not seen how Israel tampers with spreading information, with killing journalists, and bombing places where they tell refugees to go. The fact that people in Gaza cannot actually leave Gaza, I don't know how many people actually know that. Gaza is like a giant prison camp almost. It's like a giant concentration camp. People the people in Gaza cannot leave, or at least it is very very hard for them to. I'm getting a little off topic here. I thought this would be funny, but yeah, I'm not on my medicine, so my ADHD is acting a little weird. My stomach's growling. I'm getting hungry. I gotta eat, man. Uh, yeah, but just do research, The truth is out there. Find out where the research is coming from. Okay, because so many. Fox News is an easy one to point to. Fox News, Daily Wire, things that aren't explicitly Republican. Also, they are all funded by CEOs, by these major companies, by millionaires. They are all funding. Like, yeah, Elon Musk is supporting Republicans, but Jeff Bezos is supporting Democrats, and he's altering the information that we hear from a Democratic perspective or the liberal perspective. Whatever. What freaking ever. Yeah, find out where the information is coming from. Because odds are, if it's coming from a mainstream media source, and that includes Fox News. I don't know why Fox News says that they're not mainstream. They are they are probably the most mainstream news source in the country. I don't know why people don't think that. The mainstream media sources are very much paid for by billionaires who are constantly trying to distort the truth from you. So yeah, just second guess everything you hear, and don't be scrutinous with that because there's a lot of people who second guess the things that they don't agree with, but just blindly accept things that they do agree with. And don't do that. Second guess everything you hear, especially if it comes from a major media pundit. So yeah, this is over 30 minutes. I mean, both parties are evil. Don't let your actions stop here. Keep keep going out there, keep fighting, keep learning, keep growing, keep changing. I wasn't born like this, when I was younger, I had ideas that were, I mean, I wasn't a conservative, but like, I had ideas and I was like, huh? And I was like, why? What? And why this? And yeah. I'm done. You guys are bored of me. Goodbye.